Outside of the military action, there's the economic action. We saw Treasury Secretary Bessent yesterday talk about the sanctions, saying, why did they go after your Gulf neighbors? That's a fatal mistake, Steve. So now they're looking at freezing money, taking that. And Iran, just a few minutes ago, their foreign ministry spokesperson is calling it economic terrorism, state-sponsored extortion. Fascinating to see how they're pushing back. But when you layer on a secondary sanction in addition to all of the military action, you want to put a time frame on that? I mean, they're saying they don't want to talk anymore. They don't want to have a second round. Maybe that doesn't need to happen, Steve.
Well, I think it's important also just to note, in my experience in government, usually the Treasury Department is where a lot of good ideas go to get a no. And we have an historic Treasury Secretary who sees an opportunity to use tools to actually advance the president's agenda. And really, Secretary Bessent, I think, is without peer in jumping in. And he sees, you want to attack your neighbors. All of a sudden, we now have permissive access to bank accounts. And in the post 9/11 world, for a lot of different national security issues, this is where you can wield ultimate economic leverage, access to the American dollar-based financial international order. This is crippling power used correctly, and I think Secretary Bessent is going to use it together with our Gulf allies exactly that way. The blockade plus this really should be the last gasp of what this regime can try to hold on to. I think they really only have weeks unless they get wise up and make a deal, as Secretary Hegseth was suggesting.
So a little bit of a development here, too. As we came on, we talked about a ceasefire President Trump was announcing. Just in moments ago, one of the lawmakers from Hezbollah says that the Iranian envoy briefed them on this short-term ceasefire. And would it hold? Would Hezbollah abide by a possible truce? This Hezbollah official is saying it depended on Israel halting all forms of hostility. So I guess there's a potential that they're willing to kind of maybe stop. I mean, these are terrorists, Hogan, so obviously there is obviously a lot of suspicion when you read this statement. But the fact that there is, they weren't there, obviously, and they didn't want to participate in what was happening with the delegations in Washington. But maybe there is a moment, and maybe, I don't know, give us kind of your thought of President Trump, telling Netanyahu, let's lay off some of the attacks right now and see where it goes and see if we can give this a chance.
Well, if anyone has a chance to bring peace to the table, it is going to be Donald Trump. He's done so now on countless occasions. When all the experts, as Steve pointed out, said he couldn't do it, he was able to accomplish it. But listen, foreign policy, diplomacy on the international stage, it is very difficult, which makes all the things Donald Trump has been able to accomplish so much more grandiose, because for decades, generations, presidents and other leaders couldn't make these things happen. Peace deals in the Middle East, for heaven's sakes. Now we're on the precipice of getting rid of one of the world's most disgusting actors, terrorist, murderous regime in Iran. Mm-hmm. This is something nobody else could have had the potential to do, much less actually accomplish. That's what Donald Trump has brought to this White House, to this administration, to this country, and of course to the world. These things are very difficult. They're very delicate, as Steve well knows. And so,
and it's been a long time since
probably, yes, and trusting terrorists probably not going to be a thing, but they do understand power and might, and Donald Trump has restored both of those.
Yeah. They have been briefed, and 1983, the last time Israel and Lebanon had talks, and now they will be meeting at the White House with President Trump. Major significance to all of that. Steve Yates, Hogan Gidley, thanks. I appreciate your expert analysis on where things stand right now. Come back and see us soon.